guys, how you all doing? Yes, yes, and yes. This is the segment you all have been waiting for. We are talking about the uprising cost and value of real estate. And we have a real estate consultant for Debbie Properties in the building, and the person of Deborah Awudusi. Come on, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
How you doing?
I'm great.
It's an honor to have you here.
Hey, Lisa.
It's my pleasure.
Come on. So, when I was introducing you, I said a real estate consultant for Debbie Properties. So, are you saying the company
It's yours. You
is
understand?
yours?
Yes, that's my brand name.
Me, I'm entering real estate.
Yeah, very very soon.
This year we'll make the money.
Those of you
No good
that
for anybody.
those of you that you intend to gift your partner, landed properties.
Landed properties, yes.
You know where to go to.
You know where to go to.
Yeah.
Debbie Properties, she's there for you. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
How excited are you to be here?
I'm so excited to be here. It's my pleasure.
Okay, so my first question is, how do one invest in real estate?
Okay. So first of all, investing in real estate has to do with what you want, because real estate is very diverse and we have so many ways. So when I say what do you want, I mean like what do you really want? How do you want to invest your money? How do you want to make your money yearly? Do you want a long-term goal or a short-term goal? Do you want a passive income from it? So these are the criteria you need to look into before saying, oh, I want to invest in real estate. And also, you also have to know your budget. What is your budget when you're investing? Imagine if you want to invest in a property of 50 million, you're saying that your budget is 5 million, you only have 5 million naira. So that will not work. So first of all, you need to know your budget. How much do you think you can invest in the real estate industry? So that is how we know how to work with you, and that is why it's very important for you to consult professionals, for them to guide you, not just for you to assume that okay, I want to invest in real estate and you just jump into it without even knowing what you want, how you want to make your money, and you just jump into it. So when it comes to real estate, I say that you can invest in real estate with any amount. So the reason why I say that is that back in the days where when you want to buy land, you need to have your money in cash before you can purchase. So now it's now very flexible that you can always spread your payments. In fact, there are lands that are very affordable that you can spread your payments with as low as 10,000 monthly. They can spread for 20. So it's just very, some people who have 30,000 monthly for 12 months, 40,000 monthly for 12 months. It might not be in Lagos, it can be in Ibadan. Like if they'll call you out that you have a land, you can also say you have a land. So depending on the location, the affordable lands that you can key into with any amount. That is why I say that you can start small. You don't need to have all the money, you don't need to have all the millions before you invest in real estate. You can start with the little you have. All you just need to do is to get informed, and that is why you need to be informed, because if you are not informed, you'll be deformed. Many people think you need to have a lot of money for you to invest in real estate, but that's not the case now. It's now flexible to invest in real estate. So you can start with, let's say, as low as 10k, 20k monthly. And spread your payments alongside.
Okay. With my next question, with the economic value, the economic struggle right now of the country. Where we are going to right now, we don't know where we are going to. By God's grace, we know where we are going to. So, what is that? What are those steps one can use to determine a property value?
Okay, so when it comes to determining a property value, first of all, you need to take note of the location. So, for any property, location matters. Imagine a property in Songo and a property in Lekki. It's a different thing entirely.
It is. It is.
And also imagine a property in Lekki and a property in Ikoyi is also a different ball game entirely. So the property values also depend on the location. And also aside from that, regardless of the location that your property is, you also need to look at the condition of the property will determine the property value. Imagine if you have a property in Ikoyi and the property has issues. There needs to be a renovation and so many things that you need to do. So that would also determine the value of that
Value of the
property
property, yeah.
to be different from something that it's already okay. You don't have to renovate and all of that. So, and also thirdly, what you need to look at for you to know your property value is the features of that property. There are some properties that have they're fully furnished. You can't compare it with something that is not furnished, and you need to buy some things and all of them.
Yeah, put
So
some
there are
things
some
in
way,
place, yeah.
yes,
Furnitures and fittings.
Yeah.
yes. There are some that they have, like there's pool there, there's a gym center and all of that, and there are some properties that they don't have all these features. So these are the things that contribute to the property valuation. And I'll also say that when you want to value a property, don't assume that, oh, because of this is the location, this is the property. Like there's one of my clients that got a property, and because of the location of the property, just assume that, oh, this property is okay, let me just buy. He's so happy. It's around Ikoyi, not knowing that this property has like there's some pipes leaking, there's some renovation, and it was not
Needs to be
informed.
made,
Why?
yes.
Because he just assume like, oh, since everything is fine, everything is okay. And that is why you also need a professional to come and value this property for you, because when they are doing their job, they make sure they take into consideration all these measures, so that if anything happens, you can even have somebody to drag.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So some people like, I can do it by myself. I have one brother, I have one auntie, because by the time the issue will come, you'll be the one to
Face
Your brother and
you'll be
auntie
the
will
one.
jack. Talking about
Yeah.
property value, I want you to answer this question for me. How does property value affect cost of housing?
Okay. So property value would definitely affect the cost of housing, because you cannot buy a property of, let's say, 200 million or so, and you want to rent it out for 1 million or so. So the higher the property, the higher the cost of the property, the higher the cost of housing. So if you want to invest in properties and you want to put it out for rental income, you have to also look into the capital you're investing to get that property. The higher the capital you're investing, the higher the income you're looking at getting from that property. So it will definitely affect the cost of housing. About that, there are so many developers that are very greedy. Most of the time, the owner of the property will just hand it over to a developer.
Say the owner of the property knows to see the. Maybe they to sketch it out.
Yes,
I'm not in that
Like the land,
business.
And that's what I'm
like the
saying.
land survey.
Yeah, the survey. They used to sketch it out. But
Like
they need to
this-
see it.
Okay, so one of the important things that most homeowners are more like they're more about is that they just want the money, they want the profit. So what
they
they do
just-
most time is that they'll give it to a developer.
And say, "Go
Developer,
and build."
sketch out something for me that will make me massive profit.
Wow,
And-
that's how they do it.
So
Okay.
these developers are also greedy. Now don't forget, they also want to make more money for
More money for
themselves.
themselves.
So
Yeah.
what they do is that a property that they are supposed to like build maybe 2 or 3 units, they'll convert it to 6 units. In fact, there are even some properties that there's not even parking space. Like, in fact, there's no if you want to enter the house, you have to go sideways. So it's
You can't even do party inside your house.
like you can. So one thing that they know about Lagosian is that regardless of what they build, there will always be somebody
People to buy.
to buy it, and that is why they feel like they can build anything. And
I like that word. They know how they push
Shout
it.
out,
That
yeah.
no matter what they build for us,
Because
we would
over
buy
time,
or
I saw a property of somebody was trying to like market a property, and she was like, can you pay $5 million for this? And I'm asking myself, like, I will pay $5 million for this when, well, like you said, Lagosians. Some people are not
Yeah.
really aware of information.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Somebody like me now that okay, that I'm aware of information, I'm informed. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Paying $5 million for a house in Lagos, I'm sorry, it's not possible. I cannot even pay $1 million for a house in Lagos when they have Zooks. No, it's the fact, like that $1 million, I can actually take that abroad, pay for a passport. Do you understand? I'm going there to invest. Do you understand? I'm going there to invest. I pay for a passport and build a property there and live it there. I might not even need to live in there. Just live it there and use it up for rent, pay my tax, and come back here and be collecting my money per month. Because when these developers, like when I see some of them on the internet, they come and I'm like, our famous guy, Ola of Lagos, this place is big. I'm never be poor. Hey.
This car is sold for 1 point something billion.
Like, do you understand? So how can we make these things better? Because you guys are the ones in the field. Do you understand?
Yes.
And sometimes when people just see this and they're like, hey, like you said, there will always be people.
And because of a lot of people are not enlightened, they are not informed, they tend to go the wrong way. So I need to make them, inform them. Let them know, let them be aware. I think that's the word. Let them be aware.
All right. So about such property, I would say people have different tastes and they have different budgets. Some persons, once they see that a celebrity is marketing a property, they don't care if the property is small, they don't care if the property is, they just like, oh, I want to buy this property because this person is selling this property, and they just buy it. Some people don't even get to see the property, they just be like, oh, let me just buy the property. Do you get? So in cases like this, one person can't fix this issue because there are so many developers that are doing this and they're just doing it for their own selfish interest. So the only thing I can suggest is if governments can come up with a law guiding building of properties in a proper way where people can actually have convenient spacious. So if they can regulate that, then I think the developers will work more on not disobeying the law and following the right guidelines. So I think that, except for that, everybody wants to make money and they know that Nigeria is not surviving. So every single opportunity they have, they will just use it. And once they build these properties, they use influencers to advertise these properties. They know that there's no how they won't get buyers. Exactly, they will get buyers that will buy it. So those kind of things, they do it does not freak them. And when it comes to that $1 million property you're talking about, they're actually very nice properties, like very, very nice properties that you can get in Nigeria for that amount in Ikoyi. They're very, very, very nice.
Spacious, beautiful, standard.
Yes, very standard. So it now depends on what you want. You say you would rather travel out, but why some people what they just want is, do they like the property? Is it spacious enough? They have the money, so once they see what they like, they are ready to spend any amount on that property and pay off. And why some people like, no, I can't do that, I have to travel. So it depends on what people want and their tastes. Do you understand?
There's this question that is very dicey. Somebody said this, that there are some investments when it comes to landed properties that are bad investments. So can you expatiate? I've heard that a couple of times, that they'll be like, why are you buying and building? You should use the money for something else. Do you understand? I don't know if you've come across such, do you understand, such stories before. So someone like me that wants to maybe like buy land, tend to build maybe for let or for a lease. I'll not be like, this guy, does he, you understand? Because what is the points he's trying to give, the points he's giving, they actually make sense here or there. Do you understand? So I want to know if there's a point in someone's life that's buying a property, a landed property, is a bad investment.
Okay, so first of all, buying a landed property is never a bad investment. But buying a landed property wrongly, it's a bad investment, because real estate is very sweet. Like, there's money in real estate. But if you miss it and you invest wrongly in it, you just waste your money. Now, I talked about something, that location is very important. There are some people that they have lands. Like, up till now, the land has not appreciated. Why? Because of the location that the land is. Situated, right. So if you want money in the long run and you want to invest, and that's why I say a lot of people just want to buy something cheap. Is it not better for you to buy something in a very good location, and in 2-3 years you're making massive